104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com. Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving is brought to you in part by Lakes Gas, Green Larson Mortuary, the Rainy Lake Medical Center, Ekman Motors, Hometown Hobby and Crafts, Border Bank, the Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the Falls Lumber Company, PCA, the Outdoorsman's Headquarters, the Falls International Airport, City Drug, the Sports Shop, Enbridge, Studio B Flooring, Domino's, Service Master, Nagurski Transportation, Northland Sales and Service, Snap Fitness, Up North Builders, Northern Lumber, True Star, Einerson Flying Service, Cape, Arrowhead Transit, Howard's, Cenex East, The Dent Shop, Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center, North Star Electric, Napa Auto Parts, St. Thomas School, Rainy Lake Houseboats, Nelson's Salvage and Recycling, and Rainy River, Minnesota North College. Now let's go to the pool for Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Falls High Pool as we get set for the final dual meet of the year as the International Falls Bronco Boys take on the Chisholm Blue Streaks. Tim Ringhofer joining you here this afternoon. And usually when we're here at the Falls High Pool, Dwayne and I are sweating with our shirts on, but even Dwayne still has his fleece still on. When I arrived here about an hour and a half ago, the doors were wide open. I even left my jacket on while I set up at that time. It's cool in here. I would say it's comfortable. It's about 70 degrees. The boys don't seem to be any worse for wear, so we're going to go with it. We're looking for an enjoyable evening here as the Broncos take on the Blue Streaks again in this final dual meet of the year. The cheerleaders just walked in. It's parents' night here for Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving. It's parents' night for Bronco Boys Basketball, and it's parents' night for Bronco Boys Hockey. So, man, it's all over the place. Parents will be busy tonight. Lots of celebrating going on as the end of the season start coming. And, of course, playoff girls hockey last week, playoff boys hockey coming up next week. And, of course, we'll have section swimming and diving championships for you on yourliveevent.com next week from Hibbing on Thursday and Friday. So it is the time of the year for the playoffs. We're looking forward to it. It'll be a busy time, and I hope you'll come along for the ride here on Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and also on yourliveevent.com. Want to remind you, if you're just listening, maybe you only do the sports, and I don't say it often enough, but you can get our app now. Just go onto your phone, and now you don't even have to type it into your browser. You just go in and you just hit your app for Lakes Country 104.1, which is what you type in to get there, or the Bear 95.3. Boom, all you do is hit the button and you're off and running, and you're listening to our radio station 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, minus the professional games and the Gopher games that we do. We can't carry those, so we have to black those out. The Broncos and the Blue Streaks did swim against each other earlier in a dual meet this season down in Chisholm. The Broncos won that meet. This one, at least according to Coach Steve Johnson, going to be much closer and going to be very difficult for his team to win, as they have just 10 swimmers today. When they swam that meet back in December, they had 13. And he says 3 doesn't seem like a lot, but not like a lot. But once you give up those 2 or 3 those points in those races that those swimmers might be getting, even if it's only 1 point, those things start to add up and make things very difficult. Also, another detractor here is no diving in this competition tonight. So that's usually someplace where Michael Sobkowitz would shine and pick up some points there for the Broncos. So no diving competition. So that makes things even a little bit more difficult for the Broncos. You're listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. Have you checked out Hometown Hobby and Crafts? Large array of merchandise. I was just in there yesterday. They were opening up boxes of stuff, restocking their shelves. So stop on down there, because not only do they have everything to make your school or craft project the best they can be, but they've got so much more. They got puzzles, baking supplies, the largest supply of yarn in the borderland area. They've got stencils, you name it, they've got it going on. And stop and see Hometown Hobby and Crafts at 327 3rd Street in downtown International Falls. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to have the interview I did with head coach Steve Joslin of the Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving Team. You're listening to the pregame show, brought to you by Hometown Hobby and Crafts on Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Happy?
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. we make a difference.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
And she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Welcome back to the pregame show, being joined by head coach Steve Chisholm. Coach, here it is, the final dual meet of the year. Is it hard to believe that we're at the end, or is it one of those seasons where it's like, we need to get to the end?
No, it came up very fast. I wish this was like halfway point. I would be happy. Sure. It's just a short season.
Yeah, we were talking that it's just been tough to get things going this season. But you guys have had some home meets. You guys have been on the road. You guys have done some different types of meets. The triangular I'm thinking about with Rockridge and Proctor. So it's been to me it's been kind of a different kind of season. Was that done on purpose, or did it just kind of work out that way?
Just kind of worked out that way. With the other teams combining. Rockridge now, we don't have Evelyn Gilbert, and it's really just kind of we weren't sure what kind of a season we were going to have. We were waiting on to see what schools were going to be together or not. Would they have a team? So, yeah, it was kind of last minute setup.
Sure. Talk about your seniors this year, the guys that are going to be swimming their final home meet.
My seniors, yes. I got Josh Worley and Trig Hempstead, just the two of them. They've been such a treat to have as swimmers. As a coach, I don't know that I've had two swimmers that are so polite and work hard ethic. They do everything that I ask, and just they offer like today we have a couple of oddball events where we're really trying to get this meet won. We're a little bit of an underdog on this one, but they step forward and they're doing some events they haven't swam in years, 3-4 years, 5 years for the one. So they're stepping out of their comfort zone to help the team. And as seniors and captains, couldn't ask for better. Just very exemplary.
I know the section meet starts next Thursday. Are we already into the taper? And is this meet kind of work against the taper? How does that all work?
This year we couldn't quite get over the hill practice-wise. We had a little bit of sickness throughout the season, and so it was really tough to get up in the yards. So when we were getting close to when we would normally begin taper, we looked at that. My assistant coach, Dawn Taylor, she's awesome, and we just talked about it and said, we really are going to have a short taper. So we're not even in it yet. We are doing similar drills and whatnot, but we really aren't tapering the yards. They need to put in more yards still. We have 5 days of practice left, and so we're really hitting it hard right to the end.
Coach, good luck today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Welcome back to the. Well, welcome back here. Is somebody forgot to hit the button there soon enough? So we'll work our way through that all. I promise it'll all work out in the end. That interview brought to you by Up North Builders, expert construction in International Falls. They've got planning, they've got management, and they've got experience, and it makes a difference. Up North Builders, and swimmers are just finishing up their warm-up laps. They are going to have a parents' night ceremony here. So if you're watching on yourliveevent.com, maybe we'll be able to pick up a bit of that. I'm not sure if Wayne's going to get up and adjust his camera because he's probably got it perfectly set so he doesn't have to mess with things. So maybe I shouldn't have said that. But appreciate Steve Joslin's time. He's always more than willing to sit down and chat with me. Wow, he does it hesitantly, but he says once I get going, he says everything goes well. So he's so helpful in making sure that we are ready to go. And the biggest part about Steve, when we do our yourliveevent.com coverage of the section meet next week, he's our feature sponsor, and we appreciate him. We appreciate him stepping up and the Dent Shop doing what they do to get that all covered for you coming up next week. We're going to take another break here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. And when we come back, we'll have more before this dual meet between the Broncos and the Chisholm Blue Streaks in boys swimming and diving. You are listening to it on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
And other healthy snacks, along with a wide variety of chips, candy, and beverages. Howard Senex East offers a 7-cent per gallon discount on gas and fuel when paying with cash. Hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and closed on Sunday. If you're looking for fun and rewarding jobs, stop into Senex East and pick up an application. Howard Senex East, Highway 53.
Tonight's Where Are They Now is with Pat O'Brien, former Bronco football player, swimmer, and track and field athlete. Pat O'Brien, where are you now?
All right, well, I'm down here in St. Paul Park, just south of the St. Paul area. I've been living there for about 12, 13 years now with my wife of 20 years and my 18-year-old daughter, who is a senior this year. She started her first day of school today at Park High School in Cottage Grove. I am a small business owner. I have a cigar lounge humidor that I own in Inver Grove Heights, and I've started that back in November of 2021. I bought it from a friend who had the business, and it's been going really, really well so far, so I'm very happy with that. Other than that, I just go back to the falls a few times every year and go up to the lake cabin or go to the hunting shack and work or hunt or fish and just try and enjoy myself and take trips with a wife and kid and live life as best I can.
And that was Pat O'Brien in our Where Are They Now segment, brought to you by Green Larson Mortuary. And Green Larson Mortuary, welcome to a place to celebrate life and honor every memory. Go to their website at greenlarson.com. Tim Ringhofer coming to you from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-285-7222. And I think they're about ready to start their Parents' Night program here. They promised me that it was going to be no more than 10 minutes, and they are just getting started. So that's about how far away we are from the start of this meet. And again, that Where Are They Now with Pat O'Brien, of course, 1990 graduate, 89 graduate, 90 graduate. And of course, one of the highlight swimmers back there in the day in Bronco history. So we appreciate his time there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take another break here. When we come back, we're going to have the interview I did with head coach of the Chisholm Blue Streaks Brady Bain. You are listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show for Bronco Boy Swimming and Diving on Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com. Winter got an early start this year, and the Sports Shop has a great selection of winter sports gear in stock. From hockey skates to figure skates and hockey gear to sticks, and we have you covered from head to toe. Of course, we will offer skate sharpening, heat fitting, and skate repair. Snowshoes are a great way to get outside and enjoy the winter wonderland, and the Sports Shop has snowshoes for all ages. We're restocking our supply of Bronco apparel, and have your students stop in to try on that Falls High leather jacket. If you're already thinking about spring, we have bikes in stock, and we do bike repairs all year long. All of this and more at the Sports Shop in downtown International Falls.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Couchiching County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities grant funding.
Hi, this is Brady Jelly, real estate lender at TrueStar Federal Credit Union. Has your great project list of 2023 already been started? Is it time for a new kitchen or bathroom? Does your basement need to be updated? We can give you the tools to start checking the projects off your list and put your home's equity to work. Ask for more information at TrueStar Federal Credit Union. Schedule an appointment with me and we can find the best option to fit your needs. TrueStar, where banking is brighter, equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Now is a great time to visit Falls Lumber Company's Design Center. We heat this building with fireplaces and stoves so you can feel the warmth, see how they burn, and check out which one is best for your home, cabin, or shack. We sell some of the best name brands in business: Cozy Heat, Yodel, Hearthstone, Napoleon, Regency, and more. Check out Falls Lumber Company's Design Center, something for everyone. 201 4th Street in the Falls.
Sir. Welcome back to the pregame show, being joined by Chisholm head coach Brady Bain. Coach, how's the season gone for the Blue Streaks?
Season has gone well. Most importantly, I'd just say that we've grown as a team more than anything, right? This is my first year as head coach officially. Last year I was an interim coach with the team, so kind of cool to step up like that. Yeah, I think that, a lot of our traditional successes in sports, are points or wins or whatever, as far as that goes. And with these smaller teams, that's not always the case, right? It has a lot to do with growing as a team and getting better in our individual races more than anything. So I'm seeing that, and that makes me happy. So I'm good with that.
Final duel here of the season against the Broncos. It should be competitive, yes?
Yes, oh, absolutely. And, I love swimming against I Falls, too. They're just a fun team. We're going to have pizza afterwards. And so I think that kind of does put a little bit of a push for these guys to really compete with them, And it's a dual meet too. A lot of the times when we come here, it's a big meet, and so they get to really just duke it out against the Broncos, and I'm excited. So, yeah.
Talk about some of your guys who are your top swimmers, or who lead you. I know we don't want to talk about necessarily maybe points, but who are the leaders of your team?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm looking at my 500 swimmer all the time, every meet. Nathan Splinter. He's got this phenomenal time where he's dropping 5 seconds every time in his 500, it seems like. So we're kind of keeping consistent with that. We're really just watching him. He's a leader in how he acts. Not necessarily a captain yet, but he leads by his example, and that's a blessing to have. The true leaders of the team are Calvin Wagenstein and Dylan Splinter. Those are my captains. So I'm always kind of looking forward to their sprints that they're going to be doing today. They're going to go quick, I think. Other than that, I have an IMer too that's been dropping time too, Brent Dragoni, so that's fun. I just think a lot of these guys, they've found what their swim is by now in the season, and they're ready to kind of duke it out, so that's exciting.
And they're ready for the section meet as well?
I think so, yeah. We've started our taper already, went through our Hell Week like 2 weeks ago, so we're kind of really just bringing the yards down. We did some drag work with them the other day too, so as the yards went down, that intensity is still there. So I think our taper will work for our sectional meet. on our own scale too, right? It's not like you're going to see Chisholm with 195 points at the section meet or anything like that. But whatever those numbers say, we won, and that's a blessing.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck.
I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
That is head coach Brady Bame from the Chisholm Blue Streaks joining me there, and that dude, that's what I want to call him. He's just loving life. There's no doubt about it. And Coach Steve Jocelyn said to me, if I put a green shirt and bell bottoms on him, who would he be? And I'm looking at him going, who are you thinking? He goes, that's Shaggy. And when you look at him, I'm looking across at him, I'm going, he would be Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, no doubt about it. That is who would it be. So anyway, he, like you said, just kind of a great guy, and I really enjoyed my time talking with him, and I'm sure we're going to get a chance to talk next week at the section swimming and diving meet. That interview brought to you by Up North Builders, expert construction in International Falls, planning, management, and experience, and it makes a difference. Up North Builders. We're going to take a time out here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. When we come back, we're going to give you the keys to the meet, brought to you by the Rainy Lake Houseboats. You are listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show for Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Hi. Here, we like to think time moves a little more slowly. We soak in clean, fresh, northern Minnesota air. We make time to pause, reflect, and find joy in the great outdoors. We share love and Minnesota kindness and spend time making giant memories with the ones we love. Memories sure to last a lifetime. Escape up north this season. Find your true north at Giants Ridge.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Couchiching County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities grant funding.
I'm out of the timeout here. The picture's just about completed for Parents' Night, so we're getting closer and closer to the start of this meet, and it's time for our keys to the meet. They're brought to you by Rainy Lake Houseboats. Rainy Lake Houseboats is located on magnificent Rainy Lake. It's where the highways end and the ancient waterways begin. Rainy Lake Houseboats offer amazing Minnesota houseboat vacations on Rainy Lake in Voyageurs National Park. You can call them at, at 1-800-554-9188. And the key to the meet, to me, this is always the key. So I'm going to go chalk today. That's a Mike Bolstead term there, that when you pick the obvious. Turns. How do the teams make their turns? Because believe it or not, folks, you think when they're going up and down the pool 25 yards, that's the key to to making good times? No. When you're making your turns and how well you make those turns and how well you get that push-off, that's the key to a great time, how much push-off you get and get that speed going down the pool. So, to me, the keys to this match are the turns in the pool. I expect this to be a pretty close meet. Coach Jocelyn says, I don't know how much of a chance we have. He's always hiding things on me. He's always got something up his sleeve. I think this is going to be very competitive, and we're just about the meet. So we're going to take another break here. When we come back, we'll have more here as we get set for the start of this dual meet between the Chisholm Blue Streaks and the International Falls Broncos and boys swimming. And I keep saying diving, although there's going to be no diving. So we're getting ready here as we'll take that final break, and then we will come back with it here from the Falls High Pool. You're listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show for Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving on Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The Outdoorsman's headquarters and the Jug are continuing their customer appreciation sales through Friday, February 17th. At the Outdoorsman's, all guns are 5 to 15% off, 10% off all electronics, augers, fish houses, and trapping items. Everything else is 20% off store-wide. At the Jug, take 10% off store-wide, including sale-priced items. Before you shop elsewhere, check with us for the the best prices, and the best customer service. The Outdoorsman's headquarters and the Jug at 1130 3rd Avenue in International Falls.
City Drug, your community Health Mart pharmacy, invites you to eat well and live better with Frontier Soups. Gluten-free, non-GMO, no added salt or preservatives. The homemade minute mixes offer a variety of easy-to-prepare soups. South of the Border Tortilla and Chicago Bistro French Onion are best-selling favorites. Try Minnesota Heartland 11 Bean Soup or the always popular Rocky Mountain Trail Loaded Potato Soup. Frontier Soups, clearly made from ingredients you know. City Drug Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The National Propane Gas Association that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Couchiching County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities Grant Funding.
Welcome back to the Falls High Pool. Our first race, the 200 medley relay for the varsity, is brought to you by Domino's. You can go to 218-283-3444, or you can order online at Domino's.com to get your favorite pizza, chicken wings, pasta, or a sandwich. And who wouldn't want to do that on Valentine's Day? Who wants to cook on Valentine's Day? We get things going there. We've got 3 teams racing in this 200 medley relay. 2 teams for Chisholm. They'll be in lanes 3 and 5. Lane 3 is at the top of your screen if you are watching it on yourliveevent.com. 4-5 coming down the screen. And we'll be silent here for the start. Chisholm in lane 3 has Nathan Splinter. In lane 4 is Michael Sobkowitz. And in lane 5 for Chisholm is Jack Sjogren. As an early lead here for Michael Sobkowitz as they are in the backstroke here in the 200 medley relay. Just underway here on Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and yourliveevent.com. And now making a move is Nathan Splinter. He has gained the lead in lane 3 in that pink cap. Coming up next here is Brent Dragoni in lane 3, Josh Worley in lane 4, and Pace Jukic in lane 5. Those swimmers will get into the water here, as going in first is going to be Dragoni, followed by Worley, and then Jukic. So 3, 4, and 5 as they go to the breaststroke here, and we'll see what kind of competition we get here. Each swimmer swims 1 lap, 2 lengths of the pool for this 200 medley relay, and it looks like Worley has taken it close and tied this up as Dragoni and Worley turn for home. Coming up next will be Connor Masucci in lane 3. In lane 4 will be Trig Hempstead, and Noah Varant will be in lane 5. Worley has taken the lead in lane 4 in the middle of the pool. So Hempstead will go in first, followed by Masucci. It's going to touch in about 1:09 will be about the time. A 32.86 second split, as you see on the scoreboard, I believe. Maybe it's up there. I can't see on my, if I look over. Trig Hempstead has extended the lead here to a few body lengths over Masucci in lane 3. Just into the water is Noah Varant in lane 5. As Hempstead now finally pops up out of the water about halfway down the pool, as he's got about a 3 body length lead. He's ready to turn it over to Wyatt Jansen for the freestyle. Dylan Splinter will go into the water, the senior for the Chisholm Blue Streaks, in lane 3, but with about a half length of the pool lead for Wyatt Jansen. A comfortable lead, as finishing up in lane 3 is going to be Noah Varant in his butterfly portion. And coming down and continuing to hold about that same length lead is Jansen, maybe even extending it just a bit in lane 4. And the Broncos are going to pick up the win here in this first race, the 200 medley relay, in a time of 2:04.75. Coming in to finish up for Chisholm is going to be Dylan Splinter. Their time now is going to be 2:14.30, so almost a 10-second win for the Broncos in that race. And so they will pick up 8 points in that win for the in the team score, and Chisholm will pick up 6 points, 4 points for second place, and 2 for third place. So we've got an 8-6 lead on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? You can still score one today at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. And that last race was brought to you by Domino's. This next one brought to you by the Sports Shop in downtown International Falls. For honest service and fair prices on bikes, hockey equipment, snowshoes, and more, come to the Sports Shop in downtown International Falls. This is the 200-yard freestyle varsity race. In lane 1 for Chisholm is going to be Joe Lindsay. In lane 3 is going to be Noah Varant, and Pace Yukich will be in lane 5 for Chisholm. He just got out of the water. He's jogging over to get in, and didn't I just read his name? Nope, yes, he did swim the second leg. I did say his name. For the Broncos, in lane 2 will be Liam Collishaw. Max Yuso is in lane 4, and Sig Ginter is in lane 6. So there is your setup here for the Sports Shop 200-yard freestyle race varsity. Again, no JV, just 3 JV races in the meet today. No diving competition. As the swimmers get up, we'll go silent for the start of the race. And we are underway here again in this 200 free. So it'll be 4 laps, 8 lengths of the pool. And in lane 4 and 5, kind of getting out into that early lead, Max Yuso and Pace Yukich. As I look down to the far end of the pool, and making the first turn is going to be Max Yuso, just the 8th grader here from International Falls. Again, if you're just joining us on your live event, lane 1 at the top of the screen, lane 6 at the bottom. Still holding a slight lead over lanes 3 and 5. That is Varant and Yukich for Chisholm, and now making a surge in lane 6 is Sig Ginter. So the Broncos 1-2 right now in lanes 4 and 6, followed by Chisholm in lanes 3 and 5 for 3rd and 4th place, and then Joe Lindsay in lane 5 for the Blue Streaks. In lane 1, he's in 5th, and Liam Collishaw is in 6th. As Well, good afternoon, back. Welcome back, maybe. Oh, I know what I got to do. I got to get this back too as well. As we work through this, folks. I apologize. The internet completely dropped out, folks, on me. We've got the 100 individual medley. Individual medley going on for the junior varsity. So let me recap it for you from that race after we lost you, and I apologize for that. Like I said, sometimes technology is a fickle thing. Winning the race was International Falls Sig Ginter in the 200 free. His time 2:30.95. Max Uso took second in 2:32.93. Just behind him by 0.12 of a second was Noah Varant. I wish I'd have been able to give this to you live, folks. It was a fabulous race. Taking fourth was Pace Yukic in lane 5. Joe Lindsay from Chisholm took fifth, and taking sixth place was Collishaw in lane 6. So that puts the 200 free style to in the books, and the Broncos picked up 10 points by taking first and second, and 6 points for Chisholm. So after two events, 18-12 in favor of the Broncos on your Napa Auto Parts MPCA scoreboard. It is now time for the 200-yard IM. We've got 4 swimmers taking part. It is going to be brought to you by ServiceMaster. ServiceMaster of International Falls. For a home that is professionally cleaned all year round, call ServiceMaster at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen will take very good care of you. Swimming in lane 2 for International Falls will be Michael Sobkowitz. In lane 4 for the Falls will be Brendan Scholler. And in lane 6, Wyatt Jansen. Just one racer for Chisholm. In lane 3, Brent Dragoni. And we are underway in the 200-yard IM as they will swim 50 yards of each of the strokes. They start off with the butterfly, an early lead for Brendan Scholler in lane 4. And again, hopefully Dwayne doesn't have any issues video-wise, as again, I'm not sure why I lost power, but I did. As they come down to finish up the first 50 in the butterfly with a big lead is Brendan Scholler in lane 4. Lanes 2 and 6, the Broncos with Michael Sobkowitz and Wyatt Jansen tied there, and right behind them is Brent Dragoni from Chisholm in lane 3. At 29.81 going out for Scholler in the butterfly. Now into the backstroke as Scholler has about a half length of the pool lead here over the competition. There are just 4 racers in this event in the 200-yard IM as Scholler turns in that backstroke looking very comfortable. And I think he enjoys this race, maybe because his brother enjoyed it so much as well, something that they were very good at. In second place right now in lane 2 is Michael Sobkowitz. Lane 6 and lane 3, Brent Dragoni and Wyatt Jansen. They are in about a dead heat for third place. Now into the breaststroke for Scholler as he's past the halfway mark of this race. His split was 36.45 in the backstroke. Not too bad a time there, turning. And split of 42 seconds for Michael Sobkowitz in lane 2 as he turns his focus to the breaststroke in lane 2, as do lanes 3 and 6, as Dragoni has a slight lead over Wyatt Jansen in lane 6. Already turning back for home is Scholler as he's halfway done with his final length of the pool, and then he'll turn it over to the freestyle. Looks like he will comfortably be in the lead when he makes that turn to the freestyle, as it'll probably be a 3/4 length of the pool lead as Scholler looks to win this race here in the 200 IM. A 50-second split for Scholler in that breaststroke. That, of course, is always going to be the slowest of the 4 strokes, and in my mind, maybe not the most difficult, but you really got to work at it there. As Scholler finishing up his freestyle first length of the pool, coming down to touch up. This is Sobkowitz in lane 2. Dragoni closed the gap on him, just a body length behind now as they go to the freestyle in lanes 2 and 3, and Jansen in lane 6. But here comes Brendan Scholler. He's going to come down to finish this race in first place. His seed time was 2:32.30. He's going to be a little shy of that. He is going to finish up in 2:34.13 to take first place. In lane 2 now, Michael Sobkowitz kind of extending his lead over Dragoni in lane 3. Again, this is just a grueling race. It's not 500-yard freestyle, but 200 yards where you're working all the different strokes. It can be grueling as Sobkowitz looks like he is going to take second place. And now Ginter closing in lane 6, trying to get to third place, and looks like he may. 2:58.49 is the time for Sobkowitz, and beating Dragoni by about 0.08 of a second. 3:02.01 is going to be Jansen as he makes a big finish. And in lane 3 for Dragoni, it's going to be 3:02.87 is going to be the time there. So the Broncos take first, second, and third. That'll be 13 team points to make their score 31. 2 points for Chisholm. So Broncos with a 31-14 lead here in this team competition. And the 50 free for the JV is coming up right now. And I'll take a silence here for the start of the race. Just one lap of the pool. Now, I'm going to get my... For Chisholm, in lane 1 is Tristan Hollowa. In lane 3 is Joe Lindsay. And in lane 5 is Colton Dragoni. For International Falls, Ashby Silvers is in lane 2. Jacob Wise is in lane 4. And Riley Pilo, excuse me, I got them backwards. I started in the wrong place there. As Ashby Silvers is in lane 2. Jacob Wise, it is Chisholm Blue Streaks. They got 4 racers. That is why Podlagar Riley is in lane 6. As we see in lane 2, winning it is going to be Ashby Silvers from International Falls. In second, Joe Lindsay from Chisholm. Lane 5, Colton Dragoni is going to take 5th. In lane 6, Podlagar is going to take 4th. And then in lane 1, 5th place to Hollowa from Chisholm Tristan. And taking 6th place in lane 4 is going to be Jacob Wise. Here comes the Arrowhead Transit 50 free. Again, quick race here as we look at it. And in lane 1 for Chisholm is going to be Kelvin Wangenstein. Samuel Zakoski will be in lane 3, and in lane 5 will be Dylan Splinter. For the Broncos, in lane 2 will be Bradley Mowring. In lane 4, Josh Worley. And in lane 6, it will be Liam Kalasha. Again, 50 yards, 1 lap. Pretty much put your head down and swim through everything. And again, this race is brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, as we have a little break here while the official makes sure that the timing devices are all appropriately set. So we'll see what's going to happen here in this 50 free. Again, the Broncos with an early 31-14 lead through 3 events on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. And we are underway. Let's see what happens here. The start so crucial and the turn so crucial. Taking the early lead in lane 3 is Joe Lindsay. Worley trying to keep pace with him as we look down to the far end of the pool. Lane 3 and 4, that's where the action is. Ooh, too close to call. Worley maybe with a slight edge, and Worley with a great turn as Lindsay did not get a good turn, and that is going to be the difference in this race as Worley is going to take first place for the Falls in a time of 26:54. Second place to Lindsay in 28:97. Third place in lane 1 to Holloway in 30:67. In lane 5 for the Chisholm Blue Streaks, Colton Dragoni is going to take fourth in 30:96. Fifth place to Ashby Silver. I'm doing these in the wrong place, folks. Let me get that straight for you. In lane 1 is going to be Kelvin Wangenstein. He took 30.367. Third place for him. Fifth place for Mauring from International Falls in 34.75 in lane 2. Zankowski, I'll get that straight. He took second for Chisholm in 28.97. Worley in lane 1. He's going to win it in 26.54. Dylan Splinter in lane 5. He took fourth place in 30.96. And Liam Kalasha in lane 6. He takes sixth place in 40.31. We're going to take a break here, and we'll come back more from the Falls High Pool. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, it's the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Find out for yourself.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
A winter weather advisory begins at 6 p.m. this evening and continues until noon tomorrow. Cloudy skies expected tonight with mixed precipitation likely changing to all snow. Lows level off around 10 above. Northerly winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Cloudy skies again tomorrow. Snow likely 12. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the Weatherology Weather Center on Lakes Country. Currently, it's 37.
High school fans, falling and getting up is one of many lessons students learn when they participate in high school activities. It takes courage to show up and perform knowing that mistakes will occur. A missed shot, a bad pass. Mistakes are part of the game. Teaching young people is a valuable lesson in picking themselves up and starting over again. This message has been brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
Howard Cenex East invites you to see all they have to offer. Cenex East carries Canadian bakery bread, Wisconsin's best meat and cheese sticks, and other healthy snacks, along with a wide variety of chips, candy, and beverages. Howard Cenex East offers a 7-cent per gallon discount on gas and fuel when paying with cash. Hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and closed on Sunday. If you're looking for fun and rewarding jobs, stop into Cenex East and pick up an application. Howard Cenex East, Highway 53.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Welcome back to the Falls High Pool and to the Rainy River Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River Minnesota North College, 218-285-7722 to get more information about enrolling at RRCC. It's not that anymore, but it'll always probably be that way. I mean, I still have people who call it Rainy River Junior College, which it was 50 plus years ago. So just bear with me, folks. I'll get it out of my system. It is time for the intermission report, brought to you by the Dent Shop. They're located at 1712 First Avenue West, and it is the place to take your vehicle when you have a fender bender. They also have Rhino Pro protective linings, car starters, and lithium batteries. The Dent Shop, 218-285-9593, and of course, owned by head coach Steve Joslin. So I always appreciate him. And again, he stepped up in a big way as he is our main sponsor, our feature sponsor for our YourLiveEvent.com coverage of the Section 6A Boys Swimming and Diving Championships, coming to you from Hibbing next week. Well, the score on your scoreboard unofficially is 38-23 in favor of International Falls. They won the 200 medley relay in a time of 2:04.75 with Michael Sobkowitz, Josh Worley, Trig Hempstead, and Wyatt Jansen swimming. And the Chisholm Blue Streaks had two teams swimming, so they picked up 6 points. It was 8-6 after the first event. The 200-yard freestyle, that's when we had our technical difficulties. Picking up first place was Sig Ginter in 2:30.95. Taking second place was Max Yuso in 2:32.93. And Noah Varant took third in 2:33.05. Those are your top three swimmers in the 200 free. And that meant that the Broncos picked up 10 points and the Chisholm Blue Streaks picked up 6. Team score after two events was 18-12. The Broncos in the 200-yard IM picked up first, second, and third place. Winning it was Brendan Scholler in a time of 2:34.13. Taking second, Michael Sobkowitz in a time of 2:58.49. So almost 24-second win there for Scholler. More than 24 seconds as I look at it a little bit closer. And a tight race for third place, Wyatt Jansen with a good rally as he comes up with 3:02.01, and just edging out Brent Jagoni for third place there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give that right now the comeback moment of the meet. And it's brought to you by Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center at 1322 3rd Street. When you need to make a comeback due to back, neck, or leg pain, call Align Chiropractic and Wellness Center at 218-283-2243 and let Alyssa Clarity get you on the road to recovery. Then we had our 50 freestyle for the varsity. Winning that race for the International Falls Broncos was a Josh Worley. Taking fifth place was Bradley Muring. That means the Broncos picked up 7 points there for Chisholm. Taking second place was Zankoski. Third place went to Wangenstein, and fourth place went to Dylan Splinter. So in the point total, the Broncos get 7 in that race, 9 points for Chisholm. So right now, by my count, the team score 38-23 in favor of the Falls after 4 events. There is no diving competition, and usually that's where the Broncos used to usually pick up some points in an event, in a meet. So that will not be taking place today. So we've got the 7 swimming events remaining. We're going to take a break. I can see Coach Steve Joslin's pointing up here. Are you guys ready to go? Are you ready to go? Because I think they want to get this thing going. So we're going to take another break, and we'll come back with more from the Falls High Pool. You're listening to Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on your live event.
The Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's advanced concussion management program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Living here in northern Minnesota, we embrace all 4 seasons, and the cooler weather brings out the cooler toys. What's next on your wish list? A snowmobile, fish house, snowblower, new plow for the truck or wheeler? Say yes to winter fun and I'll help you finance it. Call today and make an appointment with me, Chelsea Melander, consumer lender at TrueStar. Can't make it in during business hours? That's okay. Apply on your own time or on the mobile app or online at TrueStarFCU.com. Brighter banking at TrueStar Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
With it, folks. That's what we do here. We adapt, we overcome. It's a busy day locally. 7 teams in action today, and we're here at the Falls High Pool bringing you coverage of the Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving Championships. The Boys Swimming and Diving dual meet against Chisholm. The Diving Championships, the Swimming and Diving Championships, that'll be next week in Hibbing on Thursday, as Dwayne and I will be down at the high school pool in Hibbing, as we'll take care of coverage of the Section 6A meet. What's else going on locally? Well, the Bronco Boys basketball team, they're at home taking on North Woods. The Bronco Boys hockey team, they're at home taking on North Shore. And the Bronco girls basketball team, they're over in War Road taking on the Warriors. Also, Fort Francis boys and girls hockey teams are in action. Couldn't be a bigger game in my mind tonight for the Fort Francis girls hockey team. They're in Dryden for a 6:30 game that has all kinds of implications over that. If the Muskies can win that game, they can probably just about assure themselves of the number 1 seed. So they're 2 points behind Dryden right now, but they've got a game in hand and should be able to give themselves a chance to win the Norwassa regular season title. And the boys from Fort Francis, they got a late game. I just found out about this game on Sunday, that they've got a game with Lake of the Woods scheduled for tonight. That's a game at 7 o'clock. And then we've got the Little Fork Big Falls boys basketball team. They're at home taking on Nashwauk Keewatin. So those are the 7 games. Of course, tomorrow morning we'll have it all covered for you on the morning show as we cover everything going on there. Not much pro sports going on tonight because the Wild and the Wolves played last night. The Wolves are off until Thursday, and the Wild do play tomorrow night at home. We'll have that game for you on the Bear, KGHS 1230 AM and 95.3 FM. Don't forget, if you're an app user, you can listen to both of our radio stations now using the app on your phone. Just go to Lakes Country 104.1 to get Lakes Country. And if you want the Bear and you want to listen to your oldies, then it is going to be the Bear 95.3 that you type in, and you should be able to do that. I've been told by Dwayne that Alexa is just days away. He's shaking his head. Yeah. We'll see how, the process, the wheels grind slowly sometimes. We've been promised definitely by the end of the month, but I'm saying by the middle of next week, which is almost the end of the month, that we will be able to walk up to your Alexa and say, Alexa, play Lakes Country 104.1, and boom, there it'll be. What a country. What a great way. We love that we've got those options for you. We're going to take another break here as we will come back, as they have not done Chuck-a-Duck yet, although I see the basket, somebody bringing it into the water. So we're just moments away from that. So we'll take a final break. When we come back, we are going to have the 100-yard butterfly. Don't go away, folks. You're listening to Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving on Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
City Drug, your community health mart pharmacy, invites you to eat well and live better with Frontier Soups. Gluten-free, non-GMO, no added salt or preservatives. The homemade minute mixes offer a variety of easy-to-prepare soups. South of the Border Tortilla and Chicago Bistro French Onion are best-selling favorites. Try Minnesota Heartland 11 Bean Soup or the always popular Rocky Mountain Trail Loaded Potato Soup. Frontier Soups, clearly made from ingredients you know. City Drug Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The Outdoorsman's headquarters and the Jug are continuing their customer appreciation sales through Friday, February 17th. At the Outdoorsman's, all guns are 5 to 15% off, 10% off all electronics, augers, fish houses, and trapping items. Everything else is 20% off store-wide. At the Jug, take 10% off store-wide, including sale-priced items. Before you shop elsewhere, check with us for the best products, the best prices, and the best customer service. The Outdoorsman's headquarters and the Jug at 1130 3rd Avenue in International Falls. Back here at the Falls High Pool, lots of ducks flying through the air. 5 of them go in the jar, so they're going to split. I think I heard $116, so that works out to about $23 per person, I think, if I do the math right, and I like to do the math. So $23, that's not bad for throwing a duck from the bleachers. Why not? Give her heck. It's like chuck a puck, and when they throw the ball out at halftime and at the basketball games. So a lot of fun. Kids have already cleaned up the ducks. I do want to go back to that last commercial that we just had on the Outdoorsman's headquarters as they are closing up. Well, I shouldn't say closing up shop. They're changing ownership coming up here at the end of the month. They would love for you to use up your gift certificates. And here I am. I've been saying it for the last 2 weeks. Guess who hasn't been over there yet with the crazy schedule? Dwayne's pointing at me. Yeah, it's me. I've got to get over there, and I've got to use up that gift certificate. And so they're asking you to do that before the 28th of February to make transfer of all that stuff a whole lot easier as we come up here in this month of February. Well, I think we're getting close. We're going to have the 100-yard butterfly coming up. I see the Chisholm swimmers, they're ready to go. Let's get this thing started. They're saying we want to get home before all that snow and ice and whatever else is coming, as they look like we had a late few ducks still hanging out there in the pool. I think now they've got them picked up. Connor Masucci and Noah Varant are going to be swimming the 100 butterfly for Chisholm. Trig Hempstead will be doing it for the Broncos in this race. Where did all the wind come from all of a sudden? Now my papers are blowing all around. What's going on? Anyway, it's brought to you by Snap Fitness. They're located on Shorewood Drive. It's a 24-hour facility with free weights, machines, tanning classes, and more. Customized, personalized training and nutrition programs are available. Give the gals a call at Snap Fitness, 218-283-0020 to get a hold of Haley Silvers and the ladies out there and see what they can do about getting you into shape, better shape, getting you stronger. There's Trig Hempstead. I was like, what's he waiting for? But I see head coach Steve Joslin's, they're still working on some technical things over here. Maybe they're changing up racers. Maybe somebody isn't up to snuff, so maybe they are changing things, but I think we're just about ready for this next race. Again, brought to you by Snap Fitness, the 100 Butterfly. I'm so are they still searching for ducks on that got thrown out there? It seems to be. Again, the Broncos leading at 38-23 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. I want to say thank you to all the sponsors. We've got 2 more broadcasts coming up this week. We're going to have Bronco Boys hockey on Thursday night as they take on Lake of the Woods in their finale for the season. I wish I could tell you when the seed meeting is, but nobody who should know seems to know. I've heard rumors that it's going to be on Friday. That seems ridiculous because the first game is on Saturday, and wouldn't it be nice to know a little bit before? Anyway, that's where we're at. And then Friday, we're going to have the battle by the border for Bronco and Viking girls basketball from Little Fork Big Falls on Friday. So 2 more big games, and they'll be on all of our platforms. We're ready for the 100 Butterfly. And good start for Trig Hempstead in lane 4. He looked like he got a good sense on the buzzer as they come up out of the water and in lane 3. Good job there by Connor Masucci as he closed that gap, I believe, in my eyes, on Hempstead. That's 100 yards, so 2 laps of the pool, 4 lengths. If you prefer to think about it that way, Hempstead out to about a body and a half length lead here over Masucci in lane 3. Noah Varant about a body and a half length behind Masucci in lane 5. Coming up for the first touch here, it's going to be in 32.65 for Hempstead. And he maybe didn't get the push-off that he wanted there. Looked like maybe he just missed a little bit as I watched that. 37.96 is the time for Masucci, and Varant had a time of 39.14 as they come down and get ready to touch on the far end of the pool for the final time. And it is going to be Hempstead with about a 3 body length lead as he turns for home and see where he can finish up here. His seed time was 1:56.07. That must be from his 8th grade year, because Trig Hempstead is going to finish up here in about 1:15. I'm going to guess somewhere in that vicinity, as he is going to win this race in a time of 1:16.45. Second place to Connor Masucci in lane 3, as he's going to finish up in 1:22.32. Maybe got a late touch on that. And in lane 5, Noah Varant, 1:25.69. So the Broncos will pick up 6 points, 7 points in that race for Chisholm. So that closes the gap on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard to 44-30. And that was the 100 Butterfly, brought to you by Snap Fitness. Coming up next, we've got the 100-yard freestyle for the junior varsity. 2 racers, both from Chisholm. This is going to be Riley Podlegar in lane 3 and Colton Trigoni in lane 5. If you're watching on yourliveevent.com, you'll be able to watch that race. We're going to take a break here because this is the final JV race of the day. So I'm going to take one final break. Then we're going to have wall-to-wall coverage coming up over the final few races here. So we'll be right back on Lakes Country 104.1 and RJBroadcasting.com.
Happy New Year from Ekman GM. With that said, new vehicles coming in at Ekman GM of International Falls. You need to get in now because these won't last. The brand new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 3500 HD LTZ diesel. Sale price is $80,125. Or this brand new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 RST. Sale price is only $61,905. Chevrolet, find new roads. Find out more at EkmanIFalls.com.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, it's the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Find out for yourself.
Welcome back here to the Falls High Pool. We are just about done with the JV race for the 100-yard freestyle, as Colton Dragoni is going to finish up here. Looks like he's going to be in first place, and Riley Podlegar, will be taking second here as they come down for their final length of the pool. That gives me time to set up the Northern Lumber 100-yard freestyle for the varsity. Northern Lumber, free estimates, delivery to your worksite, and paint matching. Northern Lumber, everything to build anything, located on Highway 53 at 307th Street in International Falls. For the Chisholm Blue Streaks, in lane 1, Jack Shogren. in lane 3. Samuel Zankoski and Kelvin Wangenstein will be in lane 5. For the Broncos in lane 2, Ashby Silvers. In lane 4 will be Wyatt Jansen, and Bradley Muring will be in lane 6. And we are underway here in this 100 free, 4 lengths of the pool, 2 laps. And lanes 3 and 4, where we should see the leaders, that is exactly where it's going on, is Zankoski and Jansen will lead it into the first length of the pool. Zankoski with a slight lead, although a great turn. Coming out of the turn is Jansen in the lead as they are nearly even. And if you look over in lanes 1 and 2, pretty even over there. Lanes 5 and 6, little disparity there. And let's see who touches first. Wow. It's going to be lane 3 by 0.18 of a second. That's how close this race is going to be. I have a feeling this could be the race of the day here between Samuel Zankoski and Wyatt Jansen in the middle of the pool as they head to the final touch at the end of the pool. And it's going to be right now in the lead, Jansen, not by much, maybe by a half body length as they make the turn. Lane 5 is going to be in third place. That is Wangenstein. And then first and second, lanes 1 and 2 are going to give you a good race for fourth. But coming up and going to win this race is going to be Wyatt Jansen. He's going to pick up the win in 1:05.09. Zankoski 1:07.64. So 2 seconds behind. Coming in third in 1:11.75 is Wangenstein. Fourth place in lane 2 to Ashby Silvers in 1:13.74. Lane 5, Jack Sjogren, 1:15.43. And in lane 6, Meering from International Falls, 1:18.37. So the Falls will take first, fourth, and sixth place. So the Broncos will get 8 points for 52 total, 8 points for Chisholm. There's 16 points total for each of these races. So 52-38 is the lead for the Broncos on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Here comes the longest race of the day. It's the 500 free. We will get them right started, so we'll wait until they get into the pool. And they are into the pool. Swimming for Chisholm in lane 3 is going to be Nathan Splinter. And in lane 5 is going to be Tristan Hollowa. For the Broncos, in lane 2 is going to be Max Yuso. In lane 4 is going to be Brendan Scholler. And when I talked to head coach Brady Bain, he talked about Splinter in lane 3 dropping like 5 seconds per race. If you look at that in the seed times, Splinter at 6:22, Scholler at 6:16, so they're about 6 seconds apart. So we could have a heck of a race here in this 500 free. 1 lap in the books, 31:72 is the time for Scholler, 34:02 is the time for Splinter in this race. Third place goes to Max Yuso in lane 2. Again, as you're watching this on yourliveevent.com, if you're joining us just a little bit late, top of the screen is lane 1, bottom of the screen is lane 6 as Scholler extends his lead out here. A little bit more than a body length lead over Splinter in lane 3. But again, this is a long race, 20 lengths of the pool, 10 laps. We have 20% of it in the books. 1:09 approximately is the touch for Scholler after 1/5 of the race. Continuing to have that about body and a half length lead. Yuso turns after a lap of 41:74 for Yuso in lane 2. And again, Hollowa in lane 5. Already turning and heading home to complete his third of 10 laps is Scholler. Again, the lead increasing ever so slightly by my visual on it. Probably about a 2 body length lead now for Scholler as he already is lapping in lane 5 there in Hollowa. So try to keep that in your visual that Hollowa already a lap behind Scholler in lane 4. Looking at the time here, I'm thinking about Max Yuso here. I saw his time was 41 in the last lap. This one is going to be 43 seconds. So slowing down a little bit. That's a little natural. You try to find that happy place as you go through this race as Scholler starting to extend the lead. Almost out to a half length of the pool as coming down to complete lap 4 as we'll have 40% of the race. Let's see where he is going to be at time-wise. Going to be around 2:25. Just inside of that, right on the top of it is 2:25. 41 seconds for Splinter in lane 3. Not sure why the splits are not coming up. Coming up for Scholler, as he's already turning and coming down to complete his 5th lap. Let's see what his time is going to be at the halfway mark. Uso now in lane 2, a lap ahead of Holloway in lane 5, just to give you that, keep track of things for you, hopefully. And coming down to touch. This is going to be in about 3:04, and that lap was almost 40 seconds for Scholler. It finally showed up on the board. Let's see where the time is for Splinter. It's going to be 40:92, so about a second lead gained there for Scholler halfway through the race. Again, his seed time 6:16.54. It was about 3:04, so you figure you're a little bit tired. You're not getting that great start, but who knows what you got left in the tank on any given day. That can change over 500 yards, as Scholler now has more than a half length of the pool lead on Splinter in lane 3. Almost ready to lap Holloway for the second time is Scholler in lane 4, as I saw Coach Steve Joslin out of the corner of my eyes telling him, Scholler, get your feet going. There's not much splash coming up from behind you, and I want to keep him driving. 40 seconds, so almost an identical time on that last lap for Scholler. So very consistent right now in that 40-second range, and I think if he can keep that going here now as he comes down to complete his 7th lap here, that would be that's significant. Like I said, you got to find that consistency. You don't want to be going 35 and then going 45 because you're getting tired out. You want to keep those laps consistent and keep churning through here. 7 laps completed for Scholler in a time of about 4:25, and we'll see if the split comes up. Did not come up that time, so maybe didn't hit the pad correctly on the timing sensor. Splinter is going to touch here in about 4:35, so about a 10-second lead, if that helps you get a visual as you if you're listening to us on the radio on Lace Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com. We're happy to have you on there. I know it's difficult, maybe, for a swim meet on the radio. Hopefully, if you have the opportunity or the availability, you're going to go on to yourliveevent.com where you can see what I am talking about. As Scholler ready to come in. He's going to have only 2 laps to go here in this race when he touches here in about 5:05, 5:06, somewhere in that vicinity. Let's see where Splinter is at. He had about a 10-second lead after lap 7. As Splinter is going to touch here at about 5:16, so about a 10-second lead. It continues to be that much here. Uso ready to come down and finish up his 8th lap. And Scholler is already turning back. He's ready to finish up his 9th lap. He'll just have 1 lap. He's going to get the bell. You maybe will hear that in the background from the starter as he's got the bell out. Can kind of scare the bejeebers out of people if they're not paying attention for this. There's the cowbell. We always need more cowbell, right? I had to do it, folks. Turning for home, 5:47. So if Scholler's going to get to that seed time at 6:16, he's going to have a less than 30-second lap. I don't think that's going to happen. 3:56 and a 40-second lap for Splinter. He's going to be pretty close to that 6:22. Maybe not going to cut that 5 seconds off like Coach Boehm wants him to. Turning for home is going to be Scholler. He's going to win this race as he's about halfway home on it. And we'll see what that time is going to be. Going to be in the 6:20 area someplace, 6:20 plus, obviously, as he will finish up and touch it 6:25.79 for first place. Here comes Splinter. He's going to finish up in 6:33.40. So about a 7.5-second win for Scholler as he kind of put it into cruise on that end of that last lap. As I look over, Max Uso in lane 2. He is ready to finish up his final lap as he gets the red board down on the far end. And this is going to be 7.5 laps for Holloway in lane 5 as he's still got 2.5 laps to go here. So Uso coming down, he's going to have a seat time of 6:53.23. He's going to be 7 minutes plus, and we'll see how much that plus is going to be. 7:09.51 for 3rd place. So the Broncos right now are going to pick up 1st and 3rd place. That's good enough for 9 points. Gives them 61. For Chisholm, they're going to pick up 4 points for 2nd place. And if Holloway finishes this race, and I believe that he's going to, but you know what? He's still got those 2 laps to go, and you just never know what's going to happen. But if things go according to plan for Chisholm, they will pick up 2nd and 4th place, so that will be 6 points. and they'll be at 44. So right now your score on your Napa Auto Parts MPCA scoreboard, 61-44 in favor of the Broncos. That's on your Napa Auto Parts MPCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? You still can score one today at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. This race was brought to you by Northern Lumber. Free estimates, delivery to your work site, and paint matching. Northern Lumber, everything to build anything, located at Highway 53 at 307th Street in International Falls. Halawa is going to finish up. We'll let that happen on yourliveevent.com. That's going to allow me to get a quick break in here. We'll do that, get a chance to get a drink, and we'll come back with the next race, which of course is going to be the 200 free relay here between the Broncos and the Blue Streaks. You're listening to it on Lace Country 104.1 and online at rjbroadcasting.com.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Back here at the Falls High Pool, Halawa with a good finish here as he comes to finish up 500 yards. And folks, I can't even imagine going out and swimming 10 laps in this pool. Halawa finishes at 9:06:30. Good job there by the 8th grader from Chisholm. Like I said, I probably haven't swam that far in years combined. So, all right, we're ready. Let's get ready for the 200-yard freestyle relay. It's brought to you by Nagurski Transportation, moving your product safe and fast. Nagurski Transportation is always looking for new professional drivers to join their team. Call Kevin at 218-689-2064. 2 relay teams for each squad here. For International Falls in lane 2, they'll have Liam Collishaw, Bradley Meering, Ashby Silvers, and Max Yuso in lane 4. Yuso just got done swimming the 500. He's going to go out and swim a 50 free here after that. Goodness gracious. For International Falls in lane 4, Brendan Scholler, Trig Hempstead, Josh Worley, Sig Ginter. Once this race gets started, we'll get those Chisholm Blue Streaks. Well, we got a little delay here. That'll allow me to tell you in lane 3. For Chisholm, Dylan Splinter, Pace Yukich, Kelvin Wangenstein, and Samuel Zankoski. In lane 5 for Chisholm will be Riley Podlegar, Colton Dragoni, Joe Lindsay, and Jack Shogren. I got everybody in. There's a little bit of delay there for the Chisholm Blue Streaks in lane 5. I think they're making sure they got everybody in the right order so that nobody gets DQ'd. You don't want that to happen. And we're ready for the 200 free relay. Each swimmer swims 1 lap in this 50 yards of freestyle, and taking the lead early here for International Falls in lane 4 is Brendan Scholler. He just got done swimming the 500, and he's back in for the 50, and he's giving it everything that he got. He got a little bit of a break there in that at the end of that race. Looks just fine to me. Going to have the lead here. Coming into the pool will be Trig Hempstead in lane 4. In lane 3, Pace Yukich for Chisholm. 27:41 for Scholler. Man, that's after swimming 500 yards. Not too bad there. In for Chisholm, Pace Yukich. In lane 5 for Chisholm is going to be Colton Dragoni. And in lane 2 is going to be Bradley Meering. Already turning and coming home is going to be Trig Hempstead. He's going to turn it over from senior to Josh Worley, as it is Parents' Day senior night at the same time. Chisholm closing with Pace Yukich. Kelvin Wangenstein will be into the water as Worley in. That split 28-11 for Trig Hempstead. So 2 good starts there for the Broncos on those splits. Worley has a half length of a pool lead already over Chisholm in this 200 free relay. Tough to make up that much space in 200. Worley, he's going to turn it over to Sig Ginter, the 8th grader. And he is into the pool for the final 50 in lane 2. Ashby Silvers in the water for International Falls. Their 3rd swimmer, Wangenstein, coming in to finish up for Chisholm, and Samuel Zankoski, the sophomore, into the water. Worley split time, 26:52. So that is the fastest split, as Sig Ginter is going to come down. He is going to win this race for International Falls, as they will take this relay race in the 200 free in 1:50. Going into the water in lane 5, this is Jack Shogren. And 1:52.83. Chisholm coming in to finish up here, as it will be Zankoski touching in 2 minutes, 0.48 seconds. So nearly an 8-second win for the Falls. In lane 2, Max Yuso into the water for the Falls, Again, Joe Lindsay is in the water for the Chisholm Blue Streaks. Excuse me, it is going to be Jack Sjogren, as I'm looking one short, as they are going to take third place. And finishing up in fourth place for the Falls is going to be Max Usos. Chisholm's team in lane 5 finishes in 224.52, 229.73 for the Falls in lane 4. So 8 points for the Falls, 6 points for Chisholm. So 69 to 50 is the lead for the Broncos with 3 events remaining. The next one is going to be the 100-yard backstroke. It's brought to you by Northland Sales and Service. Northland Sales and Service can help you get a good night's rest. With brands like Serta, you will wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle another day. Northland Sales and Service also has pillows, sheets, and mattress protectors. Stop in and let Tony and Myas help you start getting your best sleep. Northland Sales and Service, 503rd Street in downtown International Falls. The swimmers are jumping into the water. And I see 4 on my sheet. I see 4 in the water. We'll get them once we get the start going. Chisholm, their swimmer, a little delayed here in the water for International Falls. Nope, we're just going to get the 3 swimmers from International Falls. Trig Hempstead in lane 2. Michael Sopkowitz in lane 4. Jacob Wise in lane 6. Jack Sjogren, who just got done swimming the 50 free part of that 200 relay. I think he decided he could not make a go of it. I do see somebody over by a garbage can. So maybe that's what's going on there, and maybe unable to swim this race. I don't know that it's Jack Sjogren, but I'm going to take my guesses that that's who it is. Okay, so we've got the 100-yard backstroke, and leading this race is Trig Hempstead in lane 2, Michael Sopkowitz in lane 4, and Jacob Wise in lane 6. Hempstead is going to turn in 36.28. The Broncos are going to pick up all 13 points in this event, and that will just about seal it here. And as I do my math, I think it does seal the dual meet win for the Broncos, as Hempstead looking very smooth in lane 2 on that stroke as he turns at the far end of the pool, and it looks like he will win this race. The senior on Parents' Night here at the Falls High Pool. And we've got 2 events remaining, the 100-yard breaststroke and the 400 free relay. Of course, the most exciting relay of the day as far as I'm concerned, because, well, it's the granddaddy, right? Trig Hempstead. He's going to come down. He's going to touch in 1:15.40 to pick up the 6 points for the win. Michael Sopkowitz in second place in 1:21.65. And here comes Jacob Wise. He will finish up here in lane 6. If you're watching on yourliveevent.com, you'll see him down at the bottom of your screen as the 9th grader in the white cap comes in to touch up, and he will do so in 1:40.19. That race brought to you by Northland Sales and Service. They're located at 503rd Street in downtown International Falls. They can help you start getting your best sleep. It's time for the 100-yard breaststroke. 2 swimmers from each school. For the Chisholm Blue Streaks, in lane 3 will be Brent Dragoni. In lane 5 will be Pace Yukich. For International Falls, in lane 2, Sig Ginter. And in lane 4, Josh Worley. And if I had to say Josh Worley had an event, this would be the one that he has worked his hardest at. Or maybe he's the best at. Maybe I should say it that way. So 4 swimmers in this 100-yard breaststroke. 2 laps of the pool, and Worley with an early lead in lane 4. Almost a tie in lanes 2 and 3 between Ginter and Dragoni, and Yukich in lane 5. Worley touches at the far end of the pool in about 17 seconds. Kind of second place right now is Dragoni. Ginter just right behind him there. But Worley probably with a 2-body length lead already in this race. The senior against the 9th grader, a 10th grader, and an 8th grader. So just by pure, you would say by pure strength of it, he should have the race. 35.06 is the split time for Worley. 40.52 in lane 3 for Dragoni. Ginter in 42.40, and Yukich in lane 5. He's going to touch in 48.89. Worley comfortably in the lead as he touches down on the far end of the pool and ready to win this race here for the Broncos. I'm going to have to go back and check, but it feels like to me like the Broncos have won every race here today in this meet so far through 10 events. This would be the 10th event, as there was no diving, as Worley's going to come down. His seed time, 1:13.40, going to be a little slower than that. 1:14.39, 99 hundredths of a second slower. Good race in lanes 2 and 3. Has taken the lead there is Sig Ginter in lane 2. Did he close the gap in that race earlier? I think that he did, if I remember right. And by about a second, Ginter is going to out-touch Dragoni in lane 3, 127.17 versus 128.05. And Jukic in lane 5. He's going to finish up here in 144.63. So the Broncos will take first and second in that race. They'll pick up 10 points compared to 5 for the Blue Streaks. 97-55 by my count here with the 400 free relay remaining. 2 teams will race in this 2 relay teams will race here. Referee having a discussion with Jukic about looks like his swimming style. He's touching his head. Not sure where the conversation is there. I wish I could be down there hearing what's being explained, because I want to know what the conversation's about. I'm curious. I want to learn more and more about the race. That'll allow me to get a chance to tell you. For International Falls in lane 2, Liam Collishaw, Bradley Muring, Ashby Silvers, and Sig Ginter. For the Falls in lane 4, Brendan Scholler, Michael Sopkowitz, Max Yuso, and Wyatt Jansen. For Chisholm in lane 3, Dylan Splinter, Noah Verant, Nathan Splinter, and Samuel Zankowski. In lane 5 for Chisholm, Brent Dragoni, Joe Lindsay, Tristan Hollowa, and Colton Dragoni. We are ready for the final race of the day. And Liam Collishaw got hit late, and he's swimming in lane 1 now. A late, the starter, I don't know, thought he was up there. I don't know. I can't explain what happened, folks, because I was looking down at my sheet of paper trying to be quiet. And so this is 4 lengths of the pool, 2 laps for each swimmer. With the lead right now is Brendan Scholler in lane 4. In lane 3, Dylan Splinter in second place. Brent Dragoni sitting there in lane 5. He's in 4th place. As closing the gap is Collishaw up there in lane, although I can't tell if that is, it doesn't look like Collishaw written on the skull cap there. So I don't think that it's him, but I could be wrong, folks. Maybe it says Liam. Turning for home is going to be Brendan Scholler. He's going to turn it over to Michael Sopkowitz, the 8th grader. No diving competition for him, so that allowed him to get into some other swimming event, or an additional swimming event. He's ready to jump into the water. About 1:05 is the time, the split for Scholler. In lane 2 for International Falls, touching up, they'll be in 2nd place. In 3rd place in lane 3, Dylan Splinter coming in. He's going to turn it over to Noah Verant. Bradley Muring into the water in lane 1 for the Falls, and Joe Lindsay now in lane 5 for the Blue Streaks. Coming down is Sopkowitz, the 8th grader from International Falls, as he's ready to finish up the first of his 2 laps. Let's see where he will touch on the near end of the pool. It's going to be at about 139 plus is going to be his time. In lane 3, Noah Verant has taken over 2nd place for Chisholm, and Muring in lane 1, now in 3rd place. Trying to close the gap is Joe Lindsay in lane 5, as he has that Chisholm team in 4th place. Down on the far end of the pool, this is Sopkowitz. Got about a half length of the pool lead early in this 400 free relay. This is just the 2nd swimmer. We'll be at the halfway mark when Sopkowitz touches up, as he will bring the 8th grader, Max Yuso, into the pool. He already swam in the 500 free just moments ago, it feels like. Then he swam a 50 the 200 free relay. Now he's right back in the water. He's going to go another 100 here, so good job there by the 8th grader, Max Yuso. About 2:22 was the split time there. Closing the gap was Noah Verant. Here comes Nathan Splinter, the 10th grader, in with that pink cap on. Kind of sticks out when you look for swimmers. Maybe next week. I don't know if he'll be able to wear that if they all got to wear the same color caps. But I can tell you the gap has definitely closed here, as Splinter closing in on Max Yuso in lane 3 and 4. Up in lane 1, Ashby Silvers is in. The 7th grader, he turns on the far end of the pool, and it's Tristan Hollowa for Chisholm in lane 5. As I look back into the middle of the pool, closing that gap is Nathan Splinter. He's almost dead even now with Max Yuso, as they will make the turn, and Chisholm will have gained the lead here. You got to believe that Yuso has to be out of gas after swimming 550 competitively over the last 15 minutes or so. He's been busy. Splinter, he's going to turn it over to Samuel Zankowski for the final 100 for International Falls. Wyatt Jansen now going to be about 3 or 4 body lengths behind. Chisholm in lane 5. They touch up there. They've got one more lap to go on their third swimmer. And now almost a third of the length of the pool lead for the Chisholm Blue Streaks as Zankoski touches down on the far end. The first 25 of his 100 are in the books. Looking up at the time, we're at about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. In lane 1, this is Ashby Silvers. He's going to turn it over. That is, I believe, Liam Collishaw, who will be finishing up there. So they got the swimmers a little bit out of order. Wyatt Jansen, he has closed the gap just a bit, maybe more than a bit in the middle of the pool. Let's see what kind of finish we're going to have in lanes 3 and 4 as Jansen tries to close in on Zankoski. Colton Dragoni, the 8th grader, he's going to come into the water for the final leg for the Blue Streaks. As we look at the far end of the pool, trying to still close it in here is Jansen. Trying to hold him off is Zankoski. Halfway down the pool, less than a body length lead. Can Jansen finish the comeback here in this race as they come down to finish? What a finish it is going to be. And as I look up at the clock, winning it is going to be the Falls in 4:36.69. No time up yet for Chisholm, but they out-touch them. What a great rally by Wyatt Jansen over the Chisholm Blue Streaks there up in lane 1. Still with a lap to go is Liam Collishaw. Colton Dragoni, he's got 1 lap to finish. Again, no time. Now they've changed it to second place. First place to Chisholm. So no time came up. So the Broncos will take second and possibly third place here as the time has finished up here. And I believe the Broncos could take third place here. We'll see how this race finishes up. Stay tuned for our post-game show. As, again, the Broncos says second place on the board, and I think that's probably the right call. It looked like to me that Zankoski had won that race. Collishaw in lane 1, trying to close the gap here is Colton Dragoni in lane 5. And this is going to be close as they come down, and just out-touching them is going to be the Broncos. They will take third place, fourth place to the Chisholm Blue Streaks. So the Broncos will pick up 8 plus 2 for 10 points, and it'll be 4 points for Chisholm. So 107-59 I have for the final score by my unofficial count. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the post-game show. You're listening to Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
They're going to win it. We're waiting for the official score. I can tell by the scoreboard that the Broncos are going to exhibition those final 2 events. That's something that is done very commonplace in some track and field meets and also in dual swimming meets. And so the Broncos are just going to take no score for those final 2. So if by my count, if the final score is going to be officially 97-65 when it's put into the books here. But great day for the Broncos. Coach Joslin, as I told you, he was a little leery about whether the Broncos were going to win this dual meet or not, but the Broncos with just 10 swimmers took care of business here today. They are going to win this meet. It's time to name our North Star Electric Energy Star swimmer of the competition. And I'm going to go with that final race and the great comeback, a couple of great comebacks by the Broncos in this race. But Wyatt Jansen, what a comeback. He ends up maybe... So 95-68 is the final score. That like I said, very quickly I got things done there. Again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to give the swimmer of the meet to Wyatt Jansen, and it could have gone to a couple of others along the way. But what a great job! There were some great swims for the Broncos here today. The power of human connections can be seen on and off the field, and the same is true with North Star Electric. Congratulations again to Wyatt Jansen, this meet's Energy Star swimmer of the meet from North Star Electric. Well, I can tell you this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the door on the far side of the pool has opened up, and the Bronco boys are diving out into the snow along with the Chisholm teammates. They are diving into the snow, and then they are going to dive into the diving pool here. I don't think I'm going to get a post-game interview for a few minutes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wish everybody a great Valentine's Day, and I'm going to say also, don't forget, there's Bronco boys basketball in town tonight. There's Bronco boys hockey in town tonight. We are not doing either of those games on the air this evening, as I am going to I'm going to go to the hockey game with my son tonight, and we're going to go and watch that this evening. So that's going to wrap it up here from the Falls High Pool. The Broncos win it in this dual meet by a final score of 95-68. We'll have all the official results for you tomorrow morning on the morning show about 7:20 with that first sports. And of course, we'll have a recap of all 7 teams that are in action. A busy day. I like those busy days up to a certain extent. Thanks everybody for listening and or watching. You've been watching Bronco Boys Swimming and Diving on Lace Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you've been watching on yourliveevent.com. Thank you for listening.